look at my video. If you go back to PATC News, go on my website, patcnews.com. Go see the Abraham Lincoln Gettysburg Address. Why is it so important? It's the 150th anniversary of ending the Civil War, the 100th anniversary of the World War I aces, the 70th anniversary of the ending World War II, and it also marks the 100th anniversary of Pioneer Cemetery too as well. One of the oldest cemeteries in this country, Northern California, by the way. One of the oldest cemeteries in Northern California. And we were on that day. We were there. This network was. We had Tom Lee Jones. Tom Lee Jones, as Abraham Lincoln, gave the Gettysburg Address without his political or his personal opinion. Just read the Gettysburg Address, being Abraham Lincoln in his in a replica suit of Abraham Lincoln, by the way, full costume, and there was no cars, there was no buildings. It was just a natural setting. It took me back to 1863. It took me right back there. And I'm telling you, you got to see the video to see what this country is. Now, the reason I'm telling you this, because every politician should, at some point in their life, should go on, be part of an historical event. And we were there. That's what's so important, Lauren. Are you there?
Yes, I am. So the issue I would have is that I dislike Lincoln in general. He actually ranks. I did a series for my True Objectives podcast, which you can also find on LaurenRockler.com. And you can find everything that I do at LaurenRockler.com. But what's interesting about Lincoln and why he earned the worst president in history for me is because his motives were impure for starting the Civil War. He didn't do it to free blacks. He didn't do it to fix our country. He simply did it so that he could assert his executive authority over the South.
Lauren? I gotta stop you because he was against slavery, by the way. He was against slavery. He was.
I disagree. While he may have had his issues with slavery, he may have been against it. That wasn't his motive. His motive, do you know the story behind the whole thing? So he actually went to the South and took over one of their forts, and he did. And when the South said, no, this is our fort, the U.S. government came in anyway and took over the fort as if they owned it. Mm-hmm. And so they asserted their executive authority over states' rights, which, as you will probably remember, in the Constitution it states all rights not reserved to the federal government, or all rights not explicitly given to the federal government are reserved to the states.
No, we the people.
So when he did that, he violated the rights.
Well, the Gettysburg Address.
In turn, started the war.
Because
the East Ages wasn't having any of it.
Well,
now, in order to get the North on board with the Civil War, he stated that we needed to go to war to save African Americans. And in the podcast, I outlined several other reasons I dislike him. And why he was not a good president. Well, I am very, very, very happy that everyone, at least racially, has equal rights in this country, or is supposed to at least. Well, I'm very thrilled that that happened. I don't like Lincoln because he was dishonest about his motives. And I find that to be a very bad trait in a leader.
You know, everybody's got their own opinion. We're not here to. I'm not here to debate you at all about that. You know, everybody's got their own opinion. But, however, during the Gettysburg Address, said all men are created equal. Yeah, that's what he said.
Agreed.
And that's what he said. You know, all men are created equal. You know, 7 years ago, our founding fathers gave us this great nation. the greatest nation on God's green earth. He didn't say that, but we're changing the speech around. That's what we're doing here. We're not saying what was exactly wrong, what Abraham Lincoln said, but we're making it more clear. Then Abraham Lincoln was such a great communicator, by the way. He's the 7 years ago. Our founding fathers brought here on this continent, this great nation, that all men, and it preceded liberty, the all men are created equal. And this is what we cannot concentrate. We cannot dedicate this hollow ground. This is all part of the speech that he gave. We are here now for the living and for the perished who actually gave their lives so we could be free in one nation under God. That's what he did. That was the part of the message he gave. I'm not here to say all of it. I'm just doing parts of it. That's what I'm doing. People need to go back and listen to the speech again, because we have a 225-minute word, 225 minutes. It was basically a 2 minutes and 23 second speech, basically, and we have the whole entire Gettysburg Address. With Tom Lee Jones, and that's on our website, by the way. If people want to see something historic, do that. See something historic. See something that goes back beyond riches and fame. Be part of this nation, the greatest nation on God's green earth. You be part of history, or you become history. You cannot rewrite history. That's one thing we don't want to do here. We don't want to rewrite the history. But we do want to make history happen and make sure that history is still alive in this country. That's what we do here, Lauren.
I agree. There's a very good quote. Those who don't study history are doomed to repeat it.
That's right.
There's also another great quote that knowledge is power, which I use all the time, which is also applicable here. But the point is that those who study history are no longer doomed to repeat it. They are informed about the decisions of the past and to know which ones worked out and which ones didn't.
Right.
And